Have you ever wondered how the ancient Romans built an empire that lasted for centuries? What economic strategies propelled their rise? The genesis of Rome's economic prowess can be traced back to its humble beginnings. Nestled in the heart of Italy, Rome was primarily an agricultural society in its early days. The fertile plains of the Italian peninsula provided the Romans with a bounty of grains, olives, and grapes, forming the backbone of their economy. Trade also played a pivotal role in Rome's early economic development. Its strategic location, positioned between the rich civilizations of the East and the burgeoning societies of the West, made it a bustling hub of commerce. Rome traded extensively with its neighbors, exchanging its surplus agricultural produce for precious metals, luxurious textiles, and exotic spices from afar. The seeds of Rome's economic might were sown in its early days, with agriculture and trade forming the bedrock of its burgeoning economy. As Rome expanded, so did its economy, but how did they manage such growth? The answer lies in Rome's relentless territorial expansion. With every new territory, Rome was not just acquiring land, but also resources, labor force, and potential markets. The introduction of a monetary system further facilitated economic transactions, moving Rome away from simpler barter systems. Here's where it gets interesting. Slavery played a significant role in Rome's economic growth. Slaves were a crucial part of the workforce, used in agriculture, mining, and household services. This allowed the Romans to focus on other aspects like military, politics, and arts. But Rome was not an isolated economy. It established extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean, reaching as far as India and China. These networks transported goods such as spices, silk, and precious metals, enriching the Roman economy. With every new territory conquered, Rome's wealth grew, as did its economic complexity. At the zenith of its power, what economic innovations did Rome introduce that set it apart, you may ask? Well, Rome reached its economic pinnacle during the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability that spanned 2 centuries. In this era, Rome's infrastructure flourished with the construction of advanced road and water systems. These networks not only facilitated trade and military movement, but also boosted the economy by providing jobs and stimulating commerce. A significant innovation of this period was the establishment of a standardized currency. This uniformity in money simplified transactions, promoted trade across regions, and nurtured economic growth. Rome's financial sophistication didn't stop there. They developed a complex banking system which allowed for the safe storage of money, lending, and even forms of credit. These advancements were not just products of an era, but a testament to Rome's ingenuity and foresight. The Pax Romana saw Rome at its economic best, with innovations that were ahead of their time. Every empire has its sunset. What economic factors contributed to the fall of Rome? As Rome expanded, its economy began to show signs of strain. The devaluation of currency became a significant issue. The once mighty Roman denarius, a symbol of Rome's economic might, was gradually diluted with less valuable metals, leading to rampant inflation. Simultaneously, Rome's dependence on slave labor stunted technological innovation and contributed to economic stagnation. The empire's vast boundaries required enormous resources to maintain, and this led to increased taxation on the citizens, further straining the economy. Furthermore, Rome's constant state of war and the frequent invasions it suffered bled the empire's treasury dry. Each military campaign, each defense against invaders meant more resources pulled away from the already struggling economy. The mighty Roman economy eventually crumbled under its own weight, a victim of overextension, mismanagement, and external pressures. The sunset of the Roman Empire was not just a political or military event, but a profound economic collapse as well. Rome's economic legacy is undeniable, but what can we learn from it today? The empire's economic strategies and innovations left an indelible mark on the world. Its complex network of trade routes, for instance, formed the blueprint for modern trade networks. The Romans were pioneers in developing infrastructure such as roads and aqueducts, understanding that these were vital for economic growth. The concept of a single currency, too, was adopted from Rome. The denarius used throughout the empire facilitated trade and economic integration, much like the euro or the dollar today. Rome's banking system, including the practice of lending money and charging interest, is another legacy that has shaped modern economies, but perhaps the biggest lesson from Rome's economy is its downfall. The fall of Rome reminds us of the perils of economic disparity, over-reliance on slave labor, and unchecked military spending. The echoes of Rome's economy can still be heard. It's a testament to their economic ingenuity and a reminder of the cyclical nature of economies.